All right, welcome back YouTube to this month's painting update. Last month I did my welcome back video for my hiatus of YouTube painting videos for 6 to 7 months where I did absolutely zero painting. But starting in September, I did slowly get back into painting. October I painted a good bit more, and it looks like I'll have even a little bit more time in November to paint. So in front of you is the bulk of the first Vitrix plastic set I'm painting up for the Battle of White Tunis project. So these are all unarmored hoplites from the Vitrix unarmored hoplite set, which includes 8 archers for some reason, but we had already painted those before I moved out to Pennsylvania. So these are the hoplite components of them. And I went ahead and did 36 of them as unarmored hoplites. If you look there in the middle, there's a guy with the banner. He's actually a foundry guy, and then also the commander who's going to have a sword pointing in the air. He's going to be a foundry guy too. I somehow forgot to paint him for this unit, but I have them. I just need to paint them and glue them on the base. So technically only 35 miniatures in this unit currently, but we'll get that last guy in there. I just did a hodgepodge of colors, patterns, you name it, on the chiffons, the clothing, the shields, just a mix of everything. I think they turned out okay. So yeah, just a generic group of unarmored hoplites with shield, spear, and helmets. No other equipment, no greaves, no cuirasses, nothing. And then I'll go a little bit closer here. I decided to take 16 of them and convert them to Peltast. So from my Vitrix Persian sets, because I painted like 400 of those guys, I had left over tons of javelin hands and tons of crescent shields for the Kardaka units. Because they give you a few different options for shields in those sets. And so I just hijacked 5 or 6 of those. Let's see, 2, 1, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 of them have the crescent shields. And then my buddy is going to graciously mail me some Vitrix Macedonian Pelta shields. And that's what I'll put on the rest of them. So, and I'll just ham jam the paint job on those. I could use transfers if I want to, but I'll probably hand jam them so that way they match the crescent shields. And, they turned out okay. I'm not the world's greatest shield painter, but I just tried to do some various pattern looking shit. One turned out abysmal. I'm not even going to show you guys, but that guy right here, boop, 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 I painted his shield like fucking dog water. So that's neither here nor there. You can't bat 100 all the time. So we'll let that one go. But I'll go ahead and pause the video and we'll pan over to the massive project pile of shame. Back to handheld mode here. So this is the pile of shame. Everything that I have collected so far for the project. I probably still have about 200 more miniatures to buy for the project, which is going to be a mix of Iberians and Carthaginian, Libyan, Phoenician hoplites. So about 150. I got 150 Iberians to get and then 50 Carthaginians. So somehow I got roped into doing both sides when we finally discussed the who was doing what for the project, because the Carthaginian side needs to be pretty beefy. It's just how the cookie crumbled. I gotta paint some of the Carthaginian forces too. But these are going to be the next 2 sets that I work on here. These are Vitrix Greek hoplite sets. So that one's the new one that came out earlier this year. This is the Old Faithful Mercenary Armored Hoplites. We'll get those guys painted up. They'll probably just be generic hoplites too. And then you ask, well, what are these? These are Greeks too. These Thuruparoi guys. I'm actually going to mix these 2 sets together for 60 Carthaginian citizen levy guys. So I got shield transfers for all the Thurio shields. And we're just going to do these guys all as Carthaginian citizen levies. So they'll have the Thurios shield, spears, helmets, no helmets, kind of a mix of whatever. I might even have some more of these conical dome type helmets here from the Persian set that I can press into Carthaginian service. Hopefully, only probably a few, but we'll dig through them just to add a little bit more flavor. But, you know, anything Hellenistic will go for 4th century Carthaginian. And then these metals, these are the Greeks. The rest of the Greeks. So what you're looking at is 60% Foundry, World of Greeks, 30% Thistle and Rose, and about 10% of odds and ends, like these 2 packs of Crusader guys. So this is all about 300, 350 metal Greeks before you. Quite the force. So yeah, we got some painting to do, fellers. But yeah, you can see here I got my big old pile of shield transfers there. But yeah, and then if you look in these 2 boxes here, oh yeah, these 2 boxes, these are Etruscans. So I am painting Etruscans for this project, and these are a mix of Aventine, obviously. You can see the packaging there. It's their little double-sided pack there. All Etruscans, and then these are actually Gorgon Etruscans in here. So I don't even remember how many. I remember I got the Lars Porsena chariot set from them, and I already had another one from the Footsore Kickstarter years ago, the Agema miniatures. But yeah, that's what we got going on, guys. Got a lot of painting. I am getting back more into painting. I am probably going to paint some more next weekend. I never fell out of love for painting. I just was too busy with my move, unfortunately. So the last 3 months, I've been getting the itch really hard, and it sucks when you have the itch and you're just too busy to do it. That's what's worse, because when you don't have the itch, it's kind of like whatever, you know. But when you really want to be painting and producing and you can't, that's what really sucks. But we're back in the game. We're gonna get cracking, get those numbers up, pump those rookie numbers up, as Matthew McConaughey said. So till next time, guys, keep on painting.